So yeah, this is my first one. Happy to have you on. Super excited. Cause
I'm super
so
excited too. I
yeah,
never
man.
done something like this.
Oh, for
It's
real?
always interviews on a like a video call type of interviews, but I never done like podcasts,
Yeah,
where,
man.
but I mean, I treat anything like a conversation, so I have no problem to really say what I think. And
Yeah, I
yeah.
appreciate it, man. So if you could just we'll do like a full introduction, like
Mm-hmm.
what's your name and what do you do?
Um, my name is Doua Philippe Gue. I go by Philip. I'm currently a 3D environment review artist at PlayStation Studio.
That's
So if people want to know what I do, I pretty much review art and support projects on different games and stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's a trip because the studio that we work for, PlayStation Studios Visual Arts, a lot of people are always interested. They don't know what visual arts is, and we
Hmm.
always have to explain it that we're a support studio, and basically we're helping all our different first party studios with their projects.
Yep.
And so, for you, have you had the opportunity to work on more than one project as a review artist?
Yes, definitely. There's so much opportunities at PlayStation. Is like I was able to touch at least four projects, but I spend more time on three projects. But sometimes, you may have a chance to spend like a week and just have a glance on one project. It's cool to be exposed to many projects. It's not like the other studios where you have to focus only on one project. I
Yeah,
know at
yeah.
PS, our PlayStation Studios, we really have you know, opportunity to get exposed to many games and stuff.
I always wondered about that too because it's a part of the pitch, right? And I'm
Yep.
never really sure because it's always based on what projects are available at the time. Like if you guys will actually do more than one project, two, three,
Hmm.
four. So it's cool to hear that you do get
Yeah.
to work on multiple projects. That's dope.
And that's only on my first year. It's not like
Oh
five
yeah,
years or anything. Just on my
yeah,
first year, I always tell people like it's not a company, it's a university. It's like it's like you're taking classes
yeah,
and
yeah.
you get to move to different fields. It's really cool. You learn so much. There's so many cool documentation on so many things. I don't know. It's amazing for me. Like 1 year
Yeah.
felt like 5 years. Yeah,
That's funny
it
that
feel like it feel
we
like
say
five
that
years
too.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I know. It's almost 2 years. So in August it'll be 2 years, but for me it feels like maybe three or four.
Hmm.
Like it moves by fast, but it's a lot of work. You
Yeah,
know.
because we do so much. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah. For real, man. For real. That's dope. So how? I mean, we've had this conversation before, but it's been a minute. So I'm just curious, and I always ask this, when I do my screens at work. Like I always ask, how did you get into the gaming industry, and was it always something that you wanted to get into, like you knew that you wanted to do?
Yeah. First, I always wanted to do video game, but I mean, working on video game, but I never knew like, you know, the process.
Hmm.
So, just quick introduction. I come from Ivory Coast, West Africa. Is a country between Liberia and Ghana. So if you take your map, you're gonna see that it's in the corner in the west of Africa. So,
Okay.
uh, so in Ivory Coast, most people are interested to engineering and medical stuff. All the big, popular degrees and stuff. But
Yeah.
me, I always love video game. I just love the fact that you can press a button and get a reaction on the screen.
Hmm.
That was what made me more interested to it. It was not even the art first.
Hmm.
It was the interaction. I love the interaction. I love anything that interact, robots, anything. So at the beginning, I started learning C++ when I was like 12.
Oh.
On in summer when I was like 10 or 11, I asked my dad to put me on to make me to give me opportunity to work for like a mechanic.
Oh, I
So
see.
at 10, I was really small like this, a big with a big head, and I was I was putting my uniform and go under the car, and people were giving me instruction to to fix like different stuff like help remove like pipes and transmission. The
Yeah.
transmission was heavy, but I always love like interact with things, trying to do so. First I was distracted pretty much. I wanted to do everything. I wanted to learn how to code, I wanted to learn how to animate, all that. So fast forward, my dad saw that I was going crazy on the programming things, and I start talking in my when I was sleeping. I was talking, and he started worrying. It was like, why my son start talking about if else, all this coding stuff,
Yeah.
and
That's funny.
so he asked me to focus on school, and just because I was really good in science. So he said focus on your math and your physics. The logic you learn from math is gonna help you program later, because programming is more about the logic. It's how you translate the logic to word. That's all it is. So if you learn how to different style of logic, you're gonna be able to do many things.
I see.
And that's really made me think differently, and I was like, okay, I got it. So I started focusing on school. Then my brother in my family, all my cousin and my siblings, we love to do competition and
Is he
draw.
older brother?
Yeah, my older
Okay.
brother is the one who introduced me to PlayStation and all
Oh.
the video games,
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
back
yeah.
home we couldn't afford it and we didn't know much about it. But my mom was in America, so I start begging for her to send me a PlayStation. I didn't even really know what it is.
Yeah,
So, but my
yeah.
brother was like, "Hey, tell your mom to bring you a PlayStation." Man, we did that because it was older, so he know.
Yeah. So
So
you didn't even have like a, like a Nintendo or anything
no,
like that? A PlayStation was your
no,
first thing?
yeah. So I saw some kids having it and playing it, but I didn't know what it is. For me, it was like some type of computer, some type of rich people stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah,
didn't even worry about it.
yeah.
It's like seeing a Lamborghini. I
Yeah.
mean, you kind of know what it is, but you don't really, you're not interested
You
into it
can't
because,
visualize it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can't visualize myself playing video game. So, but my brother was like, hey, you can have it. You just have to ask your mom. They have it in America. So I begged my mom, and she sent it. But by the time she sent it, the PlayStation, the first one, was already gone. I mean, it was already outdated. It was the PS1, the
Uh-huh.
small version, right?
The
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 slim,
first first version or the one
not the
after?
second version, because there was
Okay.
PlayStation and PS1, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The PS1, this really small one, that's
Yeah.
what I got.
Okay, okay.
And when I got this, nobody in my neighborhood had it. So everybody was like,
Oh.
"Oh, what is
What is
this? It's so
that?
small. It's so clean." And I got Gran Turismo, I got Metal Gear Solid, I got Siphon Fighter, I got Splinter
Oh,
Cell,
you got all the real good
I
games, man.
got Crash Bandicoot. I'm telling you, when I turned on Crash Bandicoot,
Yeah. That was it for you.
listen, people have to beat me up to make me leave this controller. I
Yeah,
was, I was like, look at these colors, look at this mask. And the thing
it's
is,
true.
in my tribe, we are really big on mask, right? So I saw the mask, I was like, oh, what? What? This is real. This is so when I press this, it can jump. When I press this, it can, spin. This is the best thing ever. I would never gonna stop playing it. So I did, man. I'm telling you, it was tough, but playing video game and really made me want to learn about art. Like I told you before, I love video game. I saw it, but I couldn't touch it. So I
Yeah.
had no idea how to really do anything. So, but you know, but playing Crash Bandicoot and all these games made me like work on art, coding, all these things. And when I finally came to America when I was at 19, I was supposed to do architecture because I was so good in geometry and
Yeah.
trigonometry and all these
Math.
things.
Yeah.
And I love environment art and stuff. So my dad was like, "Hey, do architecture, and we can work together," because he was in the same field. So that was the goal. But I never stopped thinking about, create video game. But I didn't want to show it because my dad was so pissed at me because I was so addicted to it.
Because you
So
played a lot. Yeah.
So I never mentioned it. I stopped mentioning video game. So when I got here, I was in Arkansas, right? Arkansas. I went to the University of Arkansas for the first 3 months. I was learning English because my first language is French. Yeah, is French. So I was learning English, and for the first 3 months, I was trying to learn English and understand all those things. But at the same time, in the back of my head, I'm like, man, I need to make video game now. I'm in the country where they make video game. It's time for me to make video game. I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Plus, your dad's not with you to tell you that you can't do it because you're.
Hey,
Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna tell me from way over there?
hey, listen, man, I was like, man, I'm free now. Oh my God, I'm gonna learn everything I can. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, I started watching YouTube tutorials on video game creation and stuff, and they mentioned Maya. They mentioned, different stuff. They mentioned 3D code. They mentioned like 3ds Max. They mentioned there was one software that they kind of killed the software. I forgot the name. It was on the Autodesk suite. I forgot the name, but it was a 3D modeling tool as well. So my thing was like, how can I get the software, right? Man, it was tough. I was try everything.
It's expensive, yeah.
It was expensive. So, I try my best and beg, start saving money. I ate less, buying one pizza and stuff. They were giving me money to, to buy stuff with it, but I couldn't. So I wait 6 months or something like that. And
Were you also working? Were you also working too?
No, I was not working because
Okay.
I really didn't understand anything.
Okay. Got you.
It was tough for me. But I was really privileged for our parents who take care of me. So, my mom was really helpful. She got me my first computer, everything. So we bought the software with a credit card. Then, man, the way it was, I think 3,000 or something.
For the entire suite?
Yeah, I think it was 3,000
For
or 4,000.
For
Yeah.
Autodesk, like all
For
that stuff.
Autodesk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was old Autodesk too. And man, when I got this software,
Probably went
I
wild.
couldn't
You just
stop.
went crazy, right?
I couldn't stop, man. I couldn't stop practicing.
So
And-
do you also like naturally draw too, just like sketch and stuff like that when you were coming
Yeah.
up? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. You got.
Yeah,
That's
I was-
crazy. That's cool that you got both sides of that because I'm not good at math or geometry or I'm not good at any of that stuff. But when I was coming up, I could draw too. So I could do that, but I couldn't do the other stuff.
Yeah, but drawing is geometry. It's because I was drawing, like I tell you, like I used to do competition with my cousin and my brother on drawing. So we're gonna put like a, let's say, a random image, and we're gonna see who can draw as fast as possible and finish it.
uh,
So
that's dope.
it kind of trained me this way. I didn't even go to art school until I came here. It was basically like, just at home having fun. We were drawing with chalk, chalk on the board and stuff.
I see.
We were drawing with, ink, pens, and sometimes my brother is like, "Oh, to make it more fun, we're gonna draw with a pen so we can erase." And man, we used to have so much fun and
That's
draw and
fun.
draw and draw.
Yeah.
When the first person who finish it can get a prize and stuff. And
That's cool,
yeah,
man.
and that's how I really fall in love with art, and
That's
you
cool.
know, and it actually helped me being good in geometry.
That's
All
cool
connected
because
pretty much.
there's no one in my family who were artists or anything adjacent to art field. So I had to learn how to draw and everything like pretty much when I started college. And that's when I started. And even then it was like really hard because I have no concept of, what a good artist looks like. And so I struggled for a long time because I had to learn how to draw and paint, take all these foundational classes. And then I didn't even know there was a thing called like digital art, like 3D art and modeling. So if I would have been introduced to that early, I'm curious if I would have took that on. But I think that's dope that you're able to get the Autodesk suite
Yeah.
and just dive in.
Yeah, but the thing is, one thing I forgot to mention, when I got the Autodesk suite, that was when I got to another school, pretty much. I forgot basically when I was going to the English school in Arkansas.
Uh-huh.
I started watching tutorials, but I couldn't afford it. But the thing is, when I finished my classes, I used to go to it's like a gaming center and slash like a computer center or something like
Oh, that's
that
cool.
in the
Yeah.
university. So when I went there to watch people play League of Legends and all these things, uh, I saw the big Wacom. I didn't even know what a Wacom tablet
Oh,
was,
yeah.
right? I didn't know. And that room, nobody entered that room. No, I've never seen anybody there.
Oh,
So in my
wow.
mind, it's like, oh, you shouldn't go there. But one day I was like, you know what? Let me just check this place. So I asked people, yo, can I use this? Can I try this? They said, yeah, you just need your student ID. I get my student ID. Went there, turn it on. Guess what I see? 3ds Max Maya. I was like, oh my
yes. That's dope.
God. So after
What year is this, by the way? Like,
I came here in 2019.
dang,
So
for real?
it was, yeah. So it was in 2020 that, I mean, well, yeah, it was in 2020 that I realized that they have the tools. So
Wow.
so in 2020 I got to the English school and stuff in so at the University of Arkansas, and I started learning there. I was just watching the videos, and one thing I didn't even realize by watching the tutorials, and because I was interested by the topics, I started learning English faster than the English school
The classes?
because I'm so invested to it. I mean, I want to know everything. I was reading I was listening carefully because when you go to an English school, right, they're gonna tell you about this person went to a restaurant and this happened. You don't really care.
It's not
right?
as engaging, yeah.
Yeah, it's not engaging. But when they talk about something that you're interested into and you're gonna pay more attention, you're gonna learn faster because you like it. So
Yep.
I was starting making sentences and understanding better. And after that, I was like, you know what? I can't do architecture no more. I have to find a way to tell my dad because that was the
Ooh.
final boss. My mom was okay. My mom
Yeah.
pretty much told me in America, if you love something and you really want to be successful, just be good at it, learn from people, and just put in your mind that that's the only thing that matter for you right now. Everything you do need to, be focused on that. So because that's the only thing that you need, and it pretty much gave me peace of mind that my mom was supporting me on that. Now my dad,
You just have to build up the confidence to tell your pops.
I didn't know how, so I was like, you know what, my dad is someone who like, how you call it, a constructive argument. If
So,
you tell him you want to do a degree, he's gonna ask you.
so you have to have all your points ready, right?
Yeah.
Of support.
So my dad is very much like he's gonna ask you how important your degree is gonna be in 10 years.
Oh wow.
How impactful your degree is gonna be for different people. Let's say, different community or whatever. Is your degree gonna hurt some people? Is your degree gonna is someone like that? So
Wow.
you cannot just say, "Oh, I'm just gonna be a rapper. Or I'm just gonna be a singer."
Yeah.
No, you're gonna go to war with him.
Uh-huh.
So basically, I was looking at there was one website called, oh man, I forgot. It's like a website where you can subscribe and learn different tutorials.
Uh-huh.
So I subscribed to it. And what I did is I took a screenshot of all the classes,
All the different modules and the different
the
like
module,
lessons.
the classes
Yeah.
I took it. So I took and I modeled a car in Maya. I rendered that in Mentor Ray.
Uh-huh.
I got that picture too. And because my dad loved to design houses and stuff, I built like a living room
Oh, that's cool.
in Mentor Ray with all the lighting and everything. I made all the node connection in Maya.
Uh-huh.
Before it got easier, because people know like back in the day was harder to have a really realistic render because the screen is really noisy, and if your graphic card is not good, it can affect it. So you can really struggle to get something nice. So I made sure, even though I'm not professional, but it looks kind of realistic. It looks like if I get help, I can be better. So I worked on that for probably a month or two. Even people start paying attention to what I was doing in that room. They start asking me like, "What do you do? Like, what's your degree?" I said, "No, I just do that for fun." They say, "What?" So,
That's tight.
because that was for me the confirmation that I was doing something good. Because every time in my life, I know that when I do something good and someone come and compliment me on that, it means I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
But if I do something and no one says good, even someone who know me say anything, it means that no, I'm not there
question
yet.
it. You're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't, because if you attract the eye, it means you're doing art. Art is something that make people question things. Like, is appealing, even though it's not the best art, but it make people like, oh, that looks cool. At least get that looks cool. If you get that looks cool, you can get one
Keep
day.
going.
That looks great. Before you get that looks great, you have to get that looks cool. So I was getting that looks cool, that looks cool, and basically I made an email, explain to my dad how computer graphics, / 3D animation, all that, how it impact the world, in how many fields I can go. I didn't put it like 3D. I didn't put it like video game. I put it more like I'm going to learn 3D art.
That's smart.
Because if I was putting in an email, hey, I'm going to make video games.
Yeah.
I'll be like, no.
The
So
association with video games is a
yeah.
no. It's like a no automatically.
Well, no, me, I just want someone to help me get my degree, and the
Yeah.
rest, I'll be
Yeah.
fine with it. So I sent that email, all the images I did, and I didn't realize my dad used Autodesk AutoCAD.
Oh, he was using that too?
So when I taught him AutoCAD Maya, he was like, "You use AutoCAD? I mean, do you use the Zero Desk thing?" He said, "Yeah, I do." He said, "Me, that's good. Go do it."
Oh, that's cool.
That was it. When you saw the logos, everything, he was like, "Yeah,
You
that's
sent
legit."
you sent him the render too, right?
I sent him the render, everything.
That's cool.
That was pretty much my first interview.
That's dope.
And what I like about that is like it even make me realize that before you do anything, everybody need to do that. You just don't do things because it looks cool. Don't do things because you're gonna be a millionaire. Don't do things because there's money in it. Do it because you want to impact people. You want to do something bigger than you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want people to play your games and cry and be mad and throw the controller on the wall. Do something like make a game that make people react. You know. Now the next thing for me would be bring joy, right? Because I don't want people to hate each other after playing my game or whatever. So that's the second part of it. Make people react. It means that you did something that is bring emotion, but bring joy as well. So, man, I'm telling you, I went to Orlando. I was looking for a school, so I saw a school in Orlando called the Day School. So I went to Orlando. It was my first time in Florida, and I didn't know anything. So at the day school, they have a program where you pretty much.
What year is this?
That was 20. Yeah, I think it was in 2013. So I went there, I did the program, and we learned everything about animation, 2D modeling, and all that. And when I graduated, I thought it would be easy to,
To
get
find
in
a
the
job?
game industry. Yeah, I thought, you just do it. You're good. You have a badass portfolio, and that's it.
That's what we're all taught, right?
But before I graduate, I was already involved on Polycount. I was already involved out there because I got a lot of advice from many people. There was actually an artist at Bungie that gave me his number.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I don't know how I got his number, but when I call him and we talk, mind you, I was still at school. I don't know anybody in the game industry, right? I don't know anybody in the game industry. I got no friends. I got nobody in my family, so I have no network.
Yeah, it's tough.
So he called me. I called him. We talk, and he gave me so many advice. And I was like, okay, you basically need to work hard. You basically need to pretty much, connect with people, learn from people, and keep, practicing. So that's what I thought it was. So that's what I did. I pretty much I was at school, trying to compete to online challenge.
You did game jams?
No, not game jams. It was more like art challenge where the art contest. I think right now it's
Did
called
you do
Rookies.
Art State? Oh, you didn't do it. Oh, Rookies. Yeah. Rookies.
Rookies. Before Rookies, I think it used to be called Student Award or something.
Yeah, I think it's still called. It's Rookies now. I think it's Rookies.
It's called Rookies. But when they started, I actually started the first year when they started. When they launched it, I actually participated, and I was finalist for 3D modeling.
Oh, dope.
I was finalist for 3D modeling. So that made me happy because I was like, I've not even graduate yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've not even graduate yet, but I can still be finalist for, for the student award challenge.
That's
So
dope.
I'm like, this is huge because there was like 3,000 students across the world and
Yeah, that's a
stuff.
lot. Mm-hmm.
But now it's bigger. Now it's the solidify. When I started, it was kind of like,
Still coming
small.
up.
They're still coming up. And, after school, I graduate. I was looking for jobs. Then I graduated. I went back to Arkansas, right, to visit my mom and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I opened my email and I saw Walmart message, like they email me, they're trying to talk, have an interview.
Oh,
I didn't know anything.
Walmart? Walmart?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know anything about Walmart headquarters and stuff. So when I saw Walmart, I was like, what Walmart need me for? In my mind, it was like design, stuff for the store and do banners. That's what I was in mind. That's what I have in mind.
Oh.
And I'm telling you that, we talk, they gave me a chance. That was my official first job. So I went to the Walmart headquarters.
Uh-huh.
And guess what? My mom didn't know much about Walmart because when I said Walmart trying to hire me, she was like, for what? I said, Mom, they have a whole team of technical artists who work on things. She said, oh, really? So you're gonna be,
She thought you were gonna be in the warehouse or something?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what she think. I don't mind that job, but I don't mind working for a warehouse. But as a game designer or whatever, or game developer, for me, I was expecting something in my field, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it kind of shocked her that Walmart trying to hire me, but it ended up being a really fun experience.
Oh, I
I
see.
went there, I worked on various projects and, I actually used my video game knowledge and transfer that for a retail company.
So
So
a lot of the 3D art that you're making for Walmart, was it for a lot of their, like, for their website pretty much? So is it for like when people hop on, like, you know how you hop on Amazon, like, a lot of those images they're not actual photographs, they're now like 3D
yeah.
rendered art. So was it like that too?
No. I mean, sometimes we did stuff like that, but Walmart different department. And what I was doing the most, it was pretty much translating 2D drawing to 3D art, right? And we use our renders for reviews because Walmart used to do a lot of remodeling.
I see.
Walmart used to do a lot of remodeling because sometimes the architect draw the stuff, but they don't see it. Even in Revit, sometimes there's errors, right? So they don't see it. They don't see everything perfectly.
I see.
But when you design stuff in 3D and put it in Unreal Engine, you do the 3D walkthrough, you can actually get closer
That
to
makes sense.
like to different
That's
walls
cool.
and shelves, and you can see how the customer
You could visualize
gonna
it.
visualize
That's
everything.
sick. Okay, that's dope. So you were a 3D artist slash technical artist too. So
Yeah,
what part of the technical art? Because you have coding experience. So how much was that helpful too when you were doing that job?
yeah. Again, coding for me is logic.
Yeah.
Like I like to say logic because people are so scared when they hear coding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big programmer, but because I really know the logic behind it, I can understand many languages, right? So I use that logic to do uh, what is it, blueprint in Unreal Engine, which is pretty much scripting,
Oh, okay,
right?
okay, okay.
So basically, I do the if else, the loop, I do the enumeration, I do the casting, all that using Node instead of typing.
I
So
see.
that's what I use
That's cool.
to do my, technical stuff.
That's dope.
Hmm.
That's what's up. And you were there for a long time. I'm on your LinkedIn, so I'm looking.
Yeah,
You were there
no,
for
use my
3 years.
LinkedIn because me honestly, sometimes things are so blurry in my mind because so many things happen. So things are so blurry in my mind. It's like it's hard for me to remember things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent 3 years there. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a fun years, but a lot of things happened after, and I had to sit back and get back up again. And
Okay.
yeah,
So was it like you ended up leaving on your own, or you just like life happened and you had to take a break?
I didn't live on my own. Actually, this is something I'm gonna tell you. I don't think I told you that in the interview and stuff, but I'm gonna tell you that basically, like, so after the 3 years, there was like a shift in the company where they have to lay people off and they have to, change things around.
Mm-hmm.
So they basically have to let me go, right? They basically have to let me go. But the thing is, what happened is on there was a Sunday that basically like the week before I lost my dad. So
Oh
on a
man.
Sunday I lost my dad. Then
Oh
on
shit.
the Wednesday I lost my job.
Oh
So it was like a really tough week.
yeah.
And for me, out of the blue, I became like the leader of the family. We got no job.
Yeah.
We're stuck in Arkansas.
That's
I
tough,
don't
man.
know anything else. I've been doing, 3D for Walmart for so long that, you know, I don't have, like, because in the game industry, they want you to have game shape, this kind of things,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm gonna tell people out there, it's true, right? People go out there asking like questions like, "Oh, how do I get in the game industry?" You need to have good work. Good work. Good work is cool, but if you don't know people, it's gonna be tough.
Yep.
Why I say that? I'm not saying knowing people is gonna guarantee you a job, but knowing people is gonna help you go in the right direction,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Knowing people gonna make better. For example, I can post something on LinkedIn, right? And maybe an art director from Rockstar Game or whatever, somewhere connect with me, like my stuff, right?
Yep.
This is knowing people. Sometimes now is on me to nurture that,
That relationship.
that
Yep.
relationship and
Yep.
stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people need to not only have good job, but being social. I know it's tough. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Some people are really introvert. Some people are extrovert. All I'm gonna say is, if you're an artist, learn how to be at least 20% extrovert. I'm kind of okay. I'm okay extrovert because I'm kind of introvert, but I'm extrovert too.
Yeah. You gotta have a
It's
little bit of
like,
both.
yeah, it's like I can chill in my spot and I can go crazy too. It's like I have both. So I know when to chill. I know when to, do whatever, be the life of the party or whatever. So you need to have both, because even artists back in the day, right? They have to show their art. They have to talk about it, right? You have to talk about it sometimes for people who don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
It take a lot to do that,
Yep.
and every job you do require a different type of personality. You cannot force the job to adjust to your personality, because that's what the job is.
Yep.
If you come and say, "Oh man, why we have to do this," I'm someone who really introvert. I can't do that. I can't talk to people.
You
I
gotta
can't
you gotta
do
be
this.
able to adapt for sure. You have to be
Yeah,
adaptable. Yeah. If it's something that
yeah.
you want to do, then you have to adapt a little bit for sure. Now, I do want to come back a little bit because I'm very interested in this because a lot of people that I talk to, and of course I deal with this. I mean, everyone deals with this too. When something in life happens, and you know, how do you bounce back from that? Because there are people that I talk to during interviews and stuff like that, who say, I got a kid, so I had to take a break for like a year or two, and then come back into games or film or whatever it was. So for you, how are you able to bounce back from that? From what happened, with your pops and then getting laid off and stuff, like, how are you able to do that?
I'm not gonna lie to people and be like, oh, I'm tough or whatever. I'm not tough.
Yeah.
I'm someone who has big faith. I always tell people, and my faith is stupid because I'm someone who can sit there and be like, somewhere in Africa and be like, man, I'm gonna work for PlayStation one day. And people are like, you crazy. Nobody does that here. Like, why would you do that? I said, because I have faith. I'm like, I'm gonna get here. I don't know how. I don't know when. But all I know is I'm gonna go there. Now, second thing, after faith, people who are really nice, right? I'm someone who like to help a lot. People who are really nice, they don't like to ask for help. We are in an era where everybody wanna be flashy. Everybody thinks their life is perfect. Nobody wanna post anything that looks bad. They are gonna make them look bad. They're gonna make them look embarrassed. So they don't like to ask for help. They don't like to ask for, like feedback on anything. Me, I'm like, hey, if I can't eat today, I'm gonna call my friend and say, hey, I can't eat. Do you have food? And my friend gonna be like, oh, Philip, why you do? How you can't eat? I said, because I don't have money to eat. Duh. He said, okay, come over. So
you're not embarrassed by it. It doesn't.
I'm not embarrassed. If I don't have it, I will tell people, hey, I don't have it. Help me. Because don't be afraid.
You're focused on like the other stuff too, so it's not embarrassing for you to ask.
Yeah, because you live on Earth. If you were not supposed to interact with others, right? If you were not supposed to interact with others, I think everybody would be living on their own planet. If we all live together, it's because we have to interact with each other. We have to find a way. It doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter. I don't care if someone don't like me, but I'm stuck with them. I'm gonna tell them, hey, we're gonna find a way to move. We have to find a way to build, to grow. I don't care if you don't like me. Hate me later, but can we make sure we can eat and later hate each other? Things like that. That's me, like, So, and I think next thing is learn how to adjust your lifestyle depending on your situation. Right? Because when I got hired, mind you, I came from Africa. I was fortunate because my dad, when we were growing up, my dad was also growing up in his career, right? Before he probably made, I would say, 20,000, then he grew. So as I grew, I saw my dad growing too, right? So when I came here, I was fortunate to have my dad taking care of many things for me until I got a job. But when I got a job, I never had money in my account coming every 2 weeks. In America, you guys are used to work when you're in college, you get a paycheck. So you know what a paycheck is. I didn't know what a paycheck is.
I see.
So I was out there in the mall buying clothes, buying random stuff. I'm telling you, I actually kept one of my table. I have some type of sculpture, like horse. There's like a horse sculpture table. About that, I don't even know about that. I just have money, so I start spending on random stuff.
Yeah. We've all been there.
I start buying like game, when I tell you about games on Steam, oh my god. Sometimes I open my Steam library like,
I
why?
don't remember buying all these games.
I was buying. Hey, I'm telling you, I probably supported all game studio in the world. I'm telling you. I was buying games.
You didn't even
I was
play
playing.
most of them.
I was playing for 30 minutes. I'm like, man, this game looks cool. I buy it.
Yeah,
Ending
yeah.
game. This game looks cool. I buy it. I buy it.
Yeah.
I was spending money recklessly. I didn't. I was still saving somehow, but I was really out there doing the most. But when I lost my job, I learned that, hey, what's gonna happen after the job? The job has to take care of you, but you have to take care of yourself too.
Yeah.
So, I man, I have to adjust. I couldn't eat steak every week. I couldn't go to the mall. I wanted,
That's smart though, man. I mean, having that mindset, especially when you're younger too, and you don't have, because we weren't really raised,
Yeah.
with financial intelligence. I'm just learning this now. Like I'm just reading books about this stuff.
Yeah.
And now, so of course it's okay to go and make our mistakes and do all these crazy buys and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
to have that mindset, that's good. So that definitely was probably able to help you get through, because you're living independently pretty much. You're on pretty much on your
Yeah,
own.
and I was I think 22.
Yeah,
I came here when I was 19.
that's young, man.
I think I came when I was 19.
Yeah, that's young, man. Yeah.
Then I was 22 when I got my first job at Walmart.
Okay.
I was working corporate and I was young. So I thought I was a man in Arkansas. I was like, man, I got all this money. I thought I was
Thought you
really
made it?
getting it. I thought I was really getting it. I'm telling you.
Because that's the American dream. Like you get
I
that
was
paycheck.
I was telling people in Africa, hey, don't play with me. I'm the man now.
Shit.
Man, when I lost my job, everything, it was time for me to adapt, time for me to think again, like, hey, but I'm happy that this happened to me when I was younger,
Yeah,
right?
it's true.
Because it happened to people with kids, all this layoff. People have kids, people have a lot of responsibilities. I don't know how they keep their head high, but again, have faith, ask for help. Don't feel like people gonna judge you. I don't care if people judge you. Get the help, let them judge you. Get the help, let them judge you. When you feel good, they will judge you again.
Yeah, because
People
it's
gonna
true.
judge
It doesn't
you
matter.
no matter what.
It doesn't matter
You
no
do
matter
good,
what.
you get judged.
Yeah.
Why you do too good? You don't help people enough. You don't do good, man.
You just can't
You
win.
broke. You always ask for help. You are lazy. People always gonna have opinion.
Yeah.
And for me, after that, adjust your lifestyle. Have a plan. Because first I told you need to have faith, right? But have a plan to get to that objective, to get out of that situation. Start having a plan. So what was my plan? My plan was working for a game company, right? So I didn't care about which game company it was. I actually worked on a royalty basis for an indie game company called Razor Edge Game. For me, it was not about, because they were not paying me. It was more, what, this type of game company will, that say, hey, come and help us.
Oh, do
when we
they
make
do they pay by the asset, like whatever asset you
No,
make, or
it's more like we don't have money, but let's make the game. Then we split the benefit when we're done.
oh,
I didn't know much. I didn't care.
as
I don't
long,
know
as,
if
long
it's,
as you got in?
I don't know if it works. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. But for me, I wanna be connected to the process,
Wow, that's so
to the
good.
production,
That's
the
good.
collaboration. I wanna learn. I wanna keep learning. I don't care if we succeed or not. But as long as I'm involved in the production of video game, I'm good.
That's good.
So I was doing that. I was not getting money from that, but it was taking some of my time.
For how long?
I did that. I think I did that for 6 years, but it was like I was doing that while I was at Walmart as well.
Oh, okay, okay.
I started when I was at Walmart. I was doing that on a weekend.
Oh, that's right.
I was doing
Okay.
that on a weekend because
Man, that's
it
good,
was
bro.
it was not, I was just trying to stay connected to the game industry because Walmart, we don't do video game there, right? So when Walmart left me, I had that. I still had it, and I was still hoping that one day we release this game, but it never happened.
Oh,
But I learned a lot about my 3D modeling skills, increase.
yeah.
And on the sides, my other plan was to upgrade my portfolio. So I was still working on my art. I was still upgrading my art station. I made sure my website my portfolio is up. I paid that subscription fee. I made sure that I always have money for my subscription. I don't care if I don't eat, I still need that subscription because my art is what's gonna save me. So
So was it the subscription to ArtStation, or was it
yeah,
and also to have your?
subscription to ArtStation, subscription to Maya,
Okay.
subscription to what is it? Adobe,
Okay. Okay.
subscription to Substance.
Oh yeah.
Before Substance join
It
Adobe,
was on its
you have to
own.
pay Substance,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and you have Adobe, you have Substance, all these license. I need to make sure my license are up. I need to make sure I pay for my internet. So I was working for different places. I work at warehouse, FedEx. I work for UPS on Christmas. I
Wow.
work. I was like what shall you call it? A driver helper. I worked for IHOP. I was a server at IHOP. But
Man.
one thing people didn't get, right? Working on as a salesperson, IHOP, working for a gas station, all that improve my interviews
Oh, it helped with your interviews.
because I became a salesman.
Yeah.
I have to sell my knowledge. I have to sell my resume.
Mm.
So it became like that for me.
That's
So I
that worked out.
was learning by doing these jobs. So for
Oh,
me,
you're
people,
you're building your soft skills. Those other
yeah,
jobs, you're
I was,
building all your soft skills for and getting. You could put it towards what you're doing in games.
yeah. So I tell all these students out there who trying to get in the game industry, all these small jobs you do, take it seriously. Learn,
Yeah.
learn how to take feedback. Oh, your pizza is not good. Learn how to take feedback.
Yeah, that's important. That's
Learn
important.
how to respect hierarchy. Learn how to, if you don't know anything, ask questions, stuff like that, right? And learn how to organize yourself, all these kind of things. Take your job seriously, all this stuff. So, I mean, I'm still learning. I'm not the best person ever. So, all these skills help me be, better at what I do. Actually, even there are people that trying to hire me, but they couldn't. But we still have good, uh, friendship
He's like a part of
because
your network still.
yeah, yeah, they're part of my network. It's like they really love me, they really want me to join the company, but it's not
Yeah,
only them. So
that's good,
that
man.
you really have to work on your soft skills
You're
too.
actually hustling, man. You're doing a lot of work. I didn't know all that, man. That's kind of crazy,
Uh-huh.
but that's really good, man. Like that takes a lot of work ethic and a lot of passion and just being focused. Like just like what you said, having if you have a plan, then you're just going to be focused on that. No matter what it takes to get there, you're going to make it happen.
Definitely.
That's what's up. So how did so you're at Razer, you're doing all these side jobs, and then you were at a couple other places before you actually hit PlayStation. So how did those gigs work out? So one was Ford XP and then True Play Games.
Yeah. So Forward SP was good. They were nice to me. They treat to me well, everything. The
That's
only
good.
thing that was difficult for me was the benefit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I moved to, I was in Dallas, then I moved to Austin, and man, it's so expensive.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's different.
hey, I love the job, everything, but right now I'm getting older. I know more about money now.
Mm-hmm.
I have my own plan, you know. I love video games, so at some point I need to save money enough to be able to build my own game, right?
Mm.
For me, that's how I look at a job, right? A job for me is like another type of undergraduate school, right? It's like you learn how a company function. You learn how to manage a team. You learn what type of people to hire. You learn what kind of people you may face.
Mm-hmm.
You learn all that. You learn from the best leader. You know how what a bad leader look like. You know what a good leader look like. You know.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I've not seen no bad leader at PlayStation. Yeah, are all amazing in my department.
That's
That's all I
good.
know.
That's good.
So you know, you learn what because me, I learn from everybody. If you're a bad person, I learn how to not be like you. If you're a good person, I
Yeah.
learn how to be like you.
Yeah.
So you learn from the bad, from the good.
Mm-hmm.
Then, let's say in 10 years, after you got all your games, checked, you have 10 games or 5 games, you save enough money to go out there
Mm-hmm.
and build a video and make your own video game too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's how it's supposed to be because you have opportunities to be able to create opportunities for others. You're not supposed to just enjoy your opportunity forever.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do for people out there? For example, what you're doing right now, right, is good because you kind of put a light on people, like on what's real, like how things look like out there,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And I think this gonna be impactful. Yeah, people gonna get a lot of knowledge from that, and they're
Okay.
gonna realize that hey, people people in video game are not, superhuman.
Yeah. It's true.
We like everybody else. We just do things differently.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's path definitely is different for
Yeah.
sure.
Everybody can do it.
So, like, how did you end up finding this job at PlayStation? Well, I don't know why I asked that question. I kind of know how you found it, but maybe if you want to talk about it.
I can talk about it. I can talk about it. So, first of all, I've been applying for PlayStation for a long time. My first chance to join like the PlayStation Network, it was Santa Monica Studio, right?
Oh yeah.
Santa Monica Studio. So they gave me a art test.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never done an art test before.
Oh.
And when they gave me that art test, I was working night shift at the what you call it, at the gas station.
Oh.
So man, it was tough for me, but I did the art test. I didn't pass, but hey,
what was the art
it
test?
was-
Would they give you how the art test work?
for people who don't know
Yeah.
how the art test look like. Okay, they basically give you like a description. I mean, they give you instruction on what you should do, what type of texture, the style,
Okay.
all that, right? And they give you a concept art. But this concept art is basically like the foundation
Mm-hmm.
of the artist. But you need to take that concept art and use your creativity to make it better, to make it look believable. Put a lot of storytelling behind it. Put a
Yep.
lot of,
Yep.
a lot of love. They really take time to, find more, like what is it, reference images, yeah, trying to push the art to the next level. Because I think when people hire you, they want you to add something, right? They want to see if your creativity will add
Yep.
something to the project. If it doesn't, they're not gonna take you. You may have the best art out there, but if your creativity is not top notch, it's gonna be tough. And some people are born with a lot of creativity. Some people have to work to get there. And I think everybody have creativity
So
because
my bad.
yeah, go
So
ahead.
was it the test of an environment, like an actual like space, or was it a building? Was it entire
Yeah,
like landscape? Like what was the? I'm just curious.
yeah.
A tomb.
It's like a tomb. Yeah,
Oh, got you. Okay, cool. And they
it's
gave
like a
you?
tomb.
Did they give you like a week to knock it out?
Was it a week or two? I don't remember.
Oh,
It
that's
was
cool.
something like that. But
Okay.
honestly, I think I didn't pass because I was slow on it. I didn't, you know, I didn't work fast enough, and I didn't put enough creativity into it. That's why I didn't pass.
It's a good experience though,
Yeah, but I didn't even think I would get something like
right?
an opportunity to have an art test.
Yeah.
Because for me, I didn't really know much about, you know, the art test and stuff. That was my first art test ever.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it was a good opportunity. But to go back to your question, how did I get to PlayStation? Basically, one day I was, chilling and you emailed me. You text me on LinkedIn or you emailed me, and I was like, man, these cameras, man, this is fake.
Oh, this
PlayStation,
camera.
this PlayStation will never reach out to me. I don't think I have it right now. And you contacted me again. I was like, oh my God, it's real. I felt so bad. Man, I'm telling you, I felt so bad. Man, I felt so bad. I was like, oh no. I can't believe I almost missed this opportunity. Like I felt so bad. I'm telling you, like I was like, oh, you real. Like it's really
Yeah,
man,
we get those. We all get those emails, and you never know if it's real or not. But
yeah, man, I didn't even mind checking. So, people, if you get an email from anybody, go to their LinkedIn, do the work to research them, make sure they're real, because you never know who can reach out to you. You never know when is your time. And that was my moment. I almost blew it because I'm really thankful that you didn't give up on me because I didn't even pay attention to your first text. But you didn't give up on me. You really gave me a chance to have an interview with everybody, with all the people out there. I'm not gonna say their name, but
Yeah,
with
yeah.
all of them. And man, the interview was so fun. And one thing
I had a really good. We had a great conversation too.
Yeah.
I feel like it went on for like way more than the 30-minute
Yeah.
mark. And that was one thing that I really enjoyed. You were down to earth. You're very easy to talk to, and
Yeah,
I
man.
loved your work and felt like always that you were going to be a fit for the team. So it was just getting past the hiring
Thank you.
managers. Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm gonna tell people like this. I don't know if I can say it's an interview tip, but I will tell people if they interview you, it's because they know that you can do the job. But the interview you to see if you can fit in the team,
Yes.
if you can push the culture of the company, if you can fit in the culture of the company. You know what I mean? So don't be shy to show who you are, because at the end of the day, who you are gonna show. And if who you are is not great for the culture, is gonna affect the team in a bad way. Because a lot of people wanna fake, they wanna some fancy, so professional. That's cool. You can fake it until you make it. But how long is gonna last? you can build an empire with good material, or you can build an empire with like, fake material and see what's gonna happen when the wind comes. So
Yep.
I, my interview, one thing I'm gonna tell people is like, you know, people at PlayStation are real human. I mean, everybody human, but when I say real human, it's because when we did the interview, we were talking about, technical stuff. Then I asked them like, what's fun fact about you guys?
Yeah, I remember you asking that.
And many places, when I ask that question, they're trying to stay professional and stuff. I'm like, you guys did interview for 1,000 people all week. You ask the same question over and over.
Yeah.
You are not tired. You don't want to change a little bit, and it's Friday. Relax. If I'm gonna work with you, I want to feel
Yep.
like, I can be free around you. I can show you who I am. Because for you to help me improve, I need to show you the real me first.
Yes.
Then you can say, change that, change that, change that. But if I cannot show who I am, you can never help me improve. And you will never know who I am. So when I showed them who I was, the manager at PlayStation showed me who they are. And I was like, man, this is cool. And one of them do barbecues like me. So I felt like, hey, I want to work there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
These people are cool. That's what it is. Because everybody can take a document and be like, man, here in my company, we care about people, we care about... All this script is cool.
Yeah.
But when you talk to people, they're going to show you if they're really about the culture that they're preaching.
Yeah.
So me, I had a blast. My interview was so fun. I didn't even care if, you guys accept me or not. Me, I was really happy to have a conversation.
That's
to be
great.
honest. I tell people, I say, yo, I don't know if they're going to take me, but I respect PlayStation even more now.
That's dope.
Because these people were down to earth. It was nothing like, oh, we want to make sure not. Yeah, cool. But they were really cool. They opened their heart. They showed their heart. They tell me about the fun stuff they do after work. We had a conversation like I was part of the team, And I want people to really push that. Be professional, cool, but have a time to kind of get to know who you're gonna work with.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, because I that was a big thing for me coming in. Like I used to work in higher education, so I had to wear like a suit and tie. I think I've talked to you about this before.
Yeah.
Super stuffy and corporate, and it just wasn't my personality. So like the big thing for me was being able to work at a place where I could be myself. Just like what you're saying, you could show people who you are. And I felt like I could do that with the team that I work with now. And even all of the hiring managers that I work for other teams, for the environment team, for Outsource. I've even worked with technical artists, cute. Like all those people are cool. Like I don't have any problems with any of those teams. And I haven't run into any crazy like issues with anybody at PlayStation either. So I'm super fortunate, and I'm glad that you feel the same way and haven't had anything crazy come up while working.
Of course, man. Me honestly, I wish you can get one of my. I'm not gonna say his name because he's trying to hide all the time. So he's one of the coolest leader I ever seen. When I say that, because he remind me my dad. I never told him that, but he remind me my dad. And he talked to me so honestly. It's like, this cool. Guy can tell you your work sucks and you're happy to hear from him. It's like, you know what I mean? I don't know what to say. It's like,
that's cool, man.
You know what I mean?
That's a great feeling.
Like, because there are people, if they tell you to fix something, you know that they really want to help you.
Yeah.
Some people don't even like you. And I'm not talking about PlayStation, but there are some people in the world, right? They don't like you, so everything you do look bad. They're not gonna give you feedback like you need to improve this, but this looks good. Do more of this, but you need to improve this. I work for many places, and there are places where, I saw that where they're like, fix this, fix this, fix this, but they never mention what I do good. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's not the type of feedback.
Yeah.
It's what's it called? It's not like critiquing, but it's like giving like the feedback where, the good and then the bad. It's not always about what you do wrong, but you want to give the good feedback as well. Like, you did this well, but this is how you could improve on this.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Because you
and
feel like
I think,
if they always give you the bad feedback, you're going to feel like you're not doing a good job. And, it's a bad feeling.
Exactly. Because, if you at least balance thing, it's good, because whatever this person do good, they're going to keep pushing. They're going to keep developing that. They're going to be better at it. And that dopamine gonna help them fix the other side of it. You know what I mean? Because for me, it's like, you can say someone don't deserve to be somewhere, but you don't even know about their life. And this has been every time in my life. There are people that look at me like, oh, these guys have so much privilege. I got people who come at me like, your dad is probably a president in Africa or whatever. They don't even know anything.
What the hell?
You know what I mean? They don't know, because I'm always smiling. I always, have some fancy stuff sometimes. They don't know that, everything is not nice sometimes. But my thing is, I have faith. So, hey, if I don't eat today, I'm going to ask for help, but I'm going to be okay. I don't sit and cry and be like, oh my God, my life is bad. No, I don't wait. I don't like excuses. I don't wait for help. I go get help.
I love that.
I work for it. I'm gonna go get it. And then if someone don't want to help me, I'll go ask another person. And nobody can tell me you can do this, because I saw someone else do it.
You
know what I mean?
No, I love it, man. Like, that's, all that the game you're spitting right now, it's going to be super helpful and valuable for a lot of people who are coming up in games. And the struggle is real with you, man. And I'm real proud of you, bro. Like,
thank you.
For real. I'm just happy to see you in this place, and I know,
thank you,
no matter what, you're going to be, everything is going to work out, whatever happens, for how long you stay at PlayStation or you move on or whatever. I'm always just happy to, it's funny too, because I have to pitch PlayStation, but I always tell people that no matter what happens, I just want to see you succeed. Like, you could work for, you could work for Activision Blizzard for all I care, as long as it's a fit for you and your style of art. I just want it to work out. So that's how I feel, for real. And I tell people that, I don't tell my managers that, but I really do want people to succeed out there in games, especially people of color, bro. Like, we need to get more of us as game developers, because it's a real challenge. And, that's part of more diverse games is obviously that goal to get more people of color in games. And I really, really appreciate you doing this, man. It means a lot.
Yeah. That's a good question. What do I wish I knew? Yeah, so one thing I wish I knew would be like patience, and like how difficult it is to make game. It's not easy. People think, you just get together, laugh, and make games. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of be patient, because you need to get feedback from people You need to be patient because it's a process you have to keep doing, right? You have to keep doing, and if you don't love it, you're gonna end up not liking it, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, and you have to be willing to put more work that you require to. You know, I wish I knew that everybody that's successful in video game have to go through what I'm going through. Like sometimes I look at people and the same thing too, right? The way people look at me, sometimes I look at people like that. I used to think like, oh, these people just go out there, tell people you need to make your job, you need to improve your portfolio and you get a job. And I was mad because I was like, some people get job because they know people. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, this person is a brother of this or friend of this and this and this. But they will never tell tell the truth.
Yes.
How they get the job.
Yeah.
They will never tell people like, hey, I just went to have a beer and my uncle introduced me to the guy who worked for Facebook and that's how I got the job. People will be out there going to schools, going online and tell people, hey, you want to be a creative director one day? Work on your portfolio.
That's it. Yeah, right.
No.
There's so much more to it than that.
Yeah, go to like different events, game event, get to know people personally. I'm not saying that, you need that to get a job, but I'm saying that because sometimes you need to be on the same level to win. Because even though people say life is not a competition, at some point it can become a competition. Competition on the way where you compete to get the tool. It's not like you compete against someone to say. You compete to be on the same level with people. And sometimes if you don't have the network, get the network. If you don't have the portfolio, get the portfolio. Because for me, it was like, people say my job. I reach out to people on LinkedIn. I ask people, how do you get the job in the game industry? Do that. I do that. But why I'm not there yet? Even junior position, I couldn't even get it.
Yes. Yep.
So when PlayStation gave me the opportunity, I was like, I think I was good, but people was not giving me the opportunity because they don't know me. So if people don't know you, they can't trust you. And I would tell people, hey, get recommendation under your LinkedIn is important as well, because whatever people say about you may help you, right? And get recommendation for people who want to help you. They do that. And for me, if I know the game industry is about networking, is really a lot about networking. Work hard, true, but is a lot of work, a lot of networking, and another thing that I wish I knew was that the industry is really small.
Still.
The industry is really small, and so just do your best. Do your best. Be nice to people. You don't know who knows you. Just be nice to people. Even if someone don't like you, don't be nasty. Don't curse at them. It's okay. Someone can be mad at you. Someone can treat you bad or whatever. It's okay. Just be the person you are. Never overreact. Because again, we are human. You don't know what this person have in his family. He maybe going through some stuff.
You don't know what they're going through.
Come, and he look at your work in the morning. You probably broke something in the game. He may be mad at you. But if you take it so personal, you're gonna mess up your own career. So the industry is really small. So just be who you are,
Yep.
be nice to people, and you're gonna be successful. Yeah.
That's what's up. Philip, man. I really appreciate this, bro. That's all I got. Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks for
Thank
hopping
you.
on, man. I'm not doing any official like outros or anything like that. I just wanted to keep it super natural. But yeah, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for doing it.
simple is better.
Yeah, no,
Keep it simple. Yeah, that's always good.
I'm not doing. I think the only
I,
thing that I do want to
mhm.
put, I just want to make sure I put, your
Oh, that's nice,
your
man.
socials and stuff.
You been listen. I would tell people like you gave me opportunity, you support me definitely, you encourage me, and I want people in the all the Asia people who's gonna watch this video to really take notes, because you, Zach, you the reason why maybe another generation of people gonna believe in themselves.
Yeah.
Because right now many people don't believe in themselves because they don't hear you can do it. Me, it's because of my personality that you cannot tell me, you cannot discourage me because of my personality. But some people don't have my personality,
Yep.
and it really affect them that someone don't motivate them. But what you do is really great, and thank you so much for what you do for artists out there. I'm telling you, you got it. You're gonna do great things,
Appreciate
and
you, Phil. Appreciate
you
you,
can
man.
call me anytime. I have stories for days, man.
That's what's up, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, Philip. For real, that means a lot, bro. And that's really the goal. This is something that I know for sure that I want to do. I'm so glad I'm in this position, as working in recruiting to help people, give them the confidence to
Yeah,
keep creating art and jump into game dev. So I appreciate you, man.
we need more people like you, man. We need more people like you.
Thank you, bro. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. All right. Cool.